In this video we are going to talk about top 8 scary doors you should never open. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 8. Taj Mahal. Surprised to see the Taj Mahal on this list? You shouldn't be. Well, the ultimate of love, which has been constructed over a period of 20 years, has a few strange doors that are shut and cannot be opened by anyone. Despite the fact that it contains a total of 1,089 rooms, some of them are kept secret from the public. We were intrigued by their sealed doors and wondered what was behind them. In addition to the other possibilities, one is that the chambers are composed of marble, and that too much exposure to carbon dioxide could cause the marble to convert into calcium carbonate. As a result, it is possible that the 4 towers surrounding the Taj Mahal will fall. The absence of airflow in these rooms is also due to this same reason. Another idea is that Mumtaz Mahal is buried in one of those rooms, and those who believe this are of the opinion that the dead body of Mumtaz Mahal is there in that room in the same condition in which she was when she passed away. You wouldn't expect that the Taj Mahal, which is associated with romantic ideals, could be so mysterious as to leave you perplexed. Number 7. The Great Sphinx of Giza. A mythological creature with a lion's body and a human head, the Great Sphinx of Giza was constructed 4,500 years ago in Egypt. A total of 100 employees and 3 years were required to complete it. According to legend, there are 2 rectangular chambers at a depth of 25 feet beneath the surface of the Sphinx, 7.6 m. Located beneath the claws of the Great Sphinx, these chambers were discovered using seismographs and were previously unknown. The experts believe that there are 2 entrances to these chambers, but that they are both sealed off from the outside world. Further investigation has been prohibited by government officials, and as a result, what lies behind closed doors remains a mystery. Some hypotheses, on the other hand, contend that the door to the chamber will bring us to the Hall of Records, which contains document scrolls in which the Egyptians were able to preserve the history of the lost continent of Atlantis, and that the door to the chamber will lead us to the Hall of Records. Number 6. Padmabhaswami Temple. A mysterious door in India has remained closed for nearly 500 years, and it has not been opened since the 16th century. In Trivandrum, there is a temple dedicated to Sri Padmabhaswami. The temple, which is a sacred shrine dedicated to Mahavishnu, was constructed in the 16th century and later restored by the kings of Travancore, who were noted for their luxury. The temple features 6 vaults, designated A through F, which had never been opened until 2011, when 5 of the 6 vaults were opened. These vaults were revealed to contain a variety of treasures, including gold, jewels, coins, and idols. $1 trillion was considered to be the total worth of wealth. That's a fairly difficult quantity to comprehend. You might be wondering what the 6th vault is all about. The door is also said to be protected by a terrible curse, and it can only be opened by a person known as Sadhu, who is knowledgeable in the chant known as Garuda Mantra. Auditors General Vinod Rai revealed that Vault B has been accessed 7 times since 1990, and that nothing harrowing has occurred as a result. Number 5. Banff Springs. Banff Springs, Canada, might be the ideal place to spend your holiday. The view of Mount Rundle and the Bow Valley creates a tranquil and unhurried atmosphere at the hotel, which contributes to the overall atmosphere. The Majestic Hotel, on the other hand, is shrouded in mystery, which is still unfolding. Over the years, several ghost stories have surfaced, including the one about Sam Macaulay the bellman, the one about the dancing wedding, and the one about room 870. The hotel management, for the most part, believes these stories are true, with the exception of one, the enigmatic room 873. In addition to hotel personnel, no other guests or visitors are permitted to access the room, and how could anyone enter if there is no door? Yes, you read that correctly, there is no door. Inexplicably, Room 873 on the 8th floor has gone missing. There is no door to room 873, but instead there is a long, stretched wall in place of the door where the door should have been. In contrast, when you knock on the wall, it sounds hollow, indicating that there is a room behind the plastered wall. According to legend, in 1928, a horrific tragedy occurred. A married couple and their daughter checked into the hotel, but neither of them was alive when they were required to check out. The father murdered his wife and daughter in the middle of the night before turning the gun on himself. As a result, customers who had booked room 873 began to complain about cries and bloody handprints of the girl on the mirror, and the room was eventually closed down. Number 4. The Mausoleum of the First Qin Emperor Qin Shi Huang. Known now as the first emperor, Qin Shi Huang passed away in 210 BCE and was buried under the sand, surrounded by Mercury, where he remained for 2,000 years. His greatest desire was to conquer all 6 warring states of ancient China, which he accomplished in part. He brought feudalism to an end and brought the country back together under the Qin dynasty. In 1974, 3 farmers were constructing a well near Xianyang, the ancient Chinese capital, when they came upon a peculiar figure, a terracotta soldier, and decided to investigate. The excavation project, which lasted more than 4 decades, showed that many thousand soldiers were stationed around the emperor's mausoleum to protect it. According to academics, there may have been roughly 8,000 soldiers in total, with just 2,000 of them having been discovered so far. Scientists have conducted alarming studies using cutting-edge techniques such as remote sensing, ground-penetrating radar, and core sampling, among others. The emperor's tomb is significantly larger than previously thought. It covers an area of over 38 square miles. What is inside, on the other hand, remains a mystery, and will continue to be so. Therefore, the only thing we can speculate about is what Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian has written down in his historical archives. According to Sima Qian, the mausoleum is comprised of palaces and towers, as well as relics and valuables. Number 3. Smallpox Stored Lab. Many contagious diseases are already history, but some labs keep them hidden from the public in case they need to be investigated again. But what if the labs are reintroducing illnesses into the world? After smallpox was eradicated, the WHO ordered that the final surviving live virus samples be preserved in laboratories at the Atlanta Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the Russian State Center for Research. Since maintaining viruses is so harmful, governments have pondered destroying the labs. Because smallpox causes fever, convulsions, and painful blisters, and has a low survival rate in the public, the doors to these smallpox vaults are shut and safeguarded so the viruses can remain dormant until needed or eradicated totally. Number 2. Onkala Spent Nuclear Fuel Repository. In the center of Finland there's a doorway like no other in the entire planet, and unlike some of the other doors on our list that were sealed long ago. After filling the room on this door with something deadly, workers will close it with a warning not to open it again. This is the world's first and only permanent nuclear waste repository. Call it Kalo or Cav. In Finland, spent nuclear fuel is stored here and will be replenished for the next 100 years. After the door is sealed, it will contain around 6,500 tons of uranium. On the entire world, once the cavity is full, workmen intend to cover the tunnel with stones and concrete and block the entrance forever in hopes that no one will ever stumble upon the radioactive waste. Number 1. Machu Picchu, Peru. The hidden chamber was discovered by an archaeologist who saw a strange entrance at the foot of one of the central building on a narrow walkway that tourists and adventurers rarely took. Experts believe the secret space may contain the Inca king Pachacucha Inca's tomb, for whom Machu Picchu was likely built. His money and rare antiques were presumably buried with him. Attempts to trespass on the entry have been fined since the door's discovery. Is the authorities concerned about the historic building's structural stability, or do they know more? What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.